Hi there everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Welcome back to the channel if you are returning and subscribers, and welcome to new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's always so fun to have more people on the channel, and welcome to new viewers. Please subscribe and like if you like what you see and hear in this collective reading we're going to do today. Again, we're going to be using The Kipper and the Gilded Reverie by Seer Marchetti and the Tarot, the New Beginner's Tarot for the reading, the collective reading today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and call in Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit to guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly. Thank you so much. And it's Friday, isn't it? Wow. So we're going to start off with the Seer Marchetti decks, and then we'll go use the tarot here for clarification. I also have on my channel a couple different playlists, one for the alphabet readings and one for the zodiac readings. So check them out. And what does Archangel Michael and our Holy Spirit, what do our collective tarot card reader viewers need to know today? What's most on their heart that you know they need to have information about? Thank you so much. This is a general read for today, Friday, September 22nd, 2023. Can you believe September is also almost over with? I swear, just in January, that wasn't long ago, and it's coming up again very swiftly. Okay, guys, we're gonna pull 3 cards here that we're gonna talk about. First one is the birch card, which is it's about getting your ducks lined up in a row, and you're either, what would you call it, cracking the whip on somebody, or it's being cracked on you. And you know, cracking the whip, right? Something is smarting you, or you are smarting somebody with the crack of a whip. All right, let's see what that's about. Oh, the dice card, which is about taking a gamble or taking a risk. That's kind of like the Fool card, a leap of faith, a gamble and a risk. And the Bridges card. Okay, so you're wanting to be able to mend something, like to bring something together, to reduce the time and space between yourself and someone else, or yourself and your goals, desires, whichever, work, maybe opportunity, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to pull 2 clarification cards from the Seer Marchetti decks here for each card. And we're going to start off with, okay, if I had to guess right away, let's just, this what I am feeling here, and it may not be what it turns out to be, but I'm feeling as though this whip is something to do with having to have left something or someone behind. And I'm going to say someone, okay, left someone behind that you had to crack the whip on. In other words, maybe you were getting the whip cracked on you because a fire under your seat kind of thing to get you off the fence, get you moving. And that meant you had to move away from somebody, which is also cracking the whip on them, because you're sweeping them out of your life, you know. And because you have a risk, and you have a gamble you want to take in some other direction, probably towards somebody else that you have had a troubling connection with, a problematic connection with in the past or currently, and that you want to somehow be able to bridge the gap between yourself and that other person so you could reconnect. Okay, let's go ahead and do the clarification. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about the Birch card? Thank you so much. And I want to say too, sometimes I may have to refer to the cards for further interpretation, but I may not. Depends what comes out. So I'm just learning this, you guys. You guys are my guinea pigs. Sorry. Not really. Love doing the reading. Okay. Problematic. Talk about problematic, right? You have, you're going a different direction. You've been on a meandering path, and it hasn't been so direct. But you see that there's somebody, you know, in your sights. It's your goal, right? This person here. They're already there, wherever there is for you. And you're trying to find your way through this, and you have to rely on others to help you because they're also going through similar challenges. You're like, you're not the only one, right? And so you're going to ask, okay, well, you're there, or you're there, so how did you get there? Tell me. So you're looking for advice, and you're also, you know, you're hitting walls, and it's like trial and error for you, and it feels like you're starting over after you've had the whip smacked on your butt, or you have cracked the whip on someone else's. And I think it's both ways because it hurts, it smarts, right? This one here is about the relationship that you're in, that the whip is representing here, the birch is representing. It's bad health. Doesn't necessarily mean real physical bad health, but it could. But it would be more like it's a problematic relationship that was in bad health. You know, it wasn't such. The status of it was ill health. It just wasn't good. So some medical attention is necessary, which might necessarily be. It could be counseling, like couples counseling, or it could be divorce, involving the law to bring an ending to the bad health that you feel, ill will towards each other, right? Okay, Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please clarify the dice card for us, the dice energy. What are we looking at here? Oh, okay. We have the House card and the Gift card. All right. Now, I'd have to clarify that because taking a gamble, like the house is all about your safety, your sanctuary, safety, where you rest, where you can let your hair down, your feet up, and feel safe and secure. And it may also represent the actual relationship itself, that it's a safe haven for you. But I'm going to clarify that one just to make sure, see what the Kipper has to say about that. The Gift card is receiving something or giving something that is exactly what you need. And so to me, that would say you're either receiving something or giving something that is that's necessary. I'm thinking that the risk is actually, a gamble is to take a leap of faith, right? By gifting yourself with the dissolvement of what that the house represented to you. Let's have a look. House. The significator has arrived at the fine wrought iron gates of an impressive 5-story Queen Anne mansion, which blazes with gas lights. Is it a waning moon or an eclipse of the sun? Are we coming for dinner or a ball? The scene is ripe with potential and suspense. Literally, of course, this is a house, home, property, real estate, land dealings, buildings. Abstractly, it represents safety, family, coziness, and security. It is the things you hold and that holds you. From this arises the idea of long-term investments of resources and energy. This card shows your family neighborhood, house, home, or buildings, or real estate in general. It also stands for stability and security. Please excuse the noise in the background. That's my old dog trying to scratch herself, I think, and her nails are scratching on the floor. This might be a secure and safe job or a job with real estate. The house can also indicate a strong, solid, and steady relationship. Okay, this could be actual house or apartment, home, and security, or real estate. This is a lucky card when near the significator. There's no significator there right now, but in the center of the spread, the people who surround it can be dangerous. The timing is approximately 6 months. Well, okay, so I think the leap of faith is that whoever is in this relationship right here that is ill health or in bad health, you're going to take a leap of faith towards somebody else. You may be selling your house from where you were when you were in a relationship with this one. If you had a house, you're selling your house and you'll have proceeds from that. That will be exactly what you need in order for you to move forward towards the one you want to be with. And or it could be that you're looking to set up a steady, secure, safe place, like a relationship or another home, to gift to the relationship as a gift to a new beginning for you. All right, bridges. Hope that made sense. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about the bridges card, please? And thank you. Oh, okay. We got a couple cards, exactly what we need. Lovers and the book of knowledge. All right. The bridges, okay, I think that what I'm getting from this right away is that this is a leap of faith towards somebody that you see as someone who is your lover or a potential lover for you, a connection, an intimate lover, romantic connection, and that it was written in the stars or that it was written in time, which is the timepiece here, or that it was just simply written. It's like destiny, right? That it could be like the Akashic records. If you don't know what that is, I would encourage you to Google it. But it was preordained kind of thing that you were to be with this one. You see that. But apparently there's some kind of separation or distance between you, physically, emotionally, mentally, like you just may be feeling disconnected. Okay, and I do believe that that's what all of this is about. Trial and error, having been with this one, needing help to navigate away from it towards a wish fulfillment, like a gift of a new relationship of security and stability, because that's your lover you see you want to be with, and it's written, you realize it was preordained or at least destined, fated for you to be in, to be with this one, realizing you had to go through this. Like you really are, you are really awakening to the whole idea of what it means, why we go through what we go through, why we meet the people we meet and have relationships with the ones we do at those particular times. And you're realizing you needed this. You needed this relationship that was, very, very, can be very challenging and dramatic, that it was very much like that, maybe not so much in the very beginning, but over time, if you've been with them for a long time or a while, you realize that now you realize that it had to be. You had to go through that experience, because you had to see what it was, because everybody mirrors back to us. So you had to see what in that person, what it was you needed to change and grow up from, by what this person was, behaving in their behaviors, their ways of the heart, whether it was a little bit of heart or a lot of heart or none at all. You were being able to see the reflection in yourself in that person here, and made you wake up and realize that that you had to be made aware of what it was and what you've been like in relationships. So, and why the person that you fell in love with left, like walked away from you, and or you walked away from them. Maybe you walked away first, they walked away, and they left you behind. And so that's why you're not connected and communicating, is because this one here was a totally different reflection. This one reflected back to you the one that you never really ever saw before, that gentle, sweet, true and honest and loyal love, like true love that you never ever seen before. So you probably didn't even recognize it when you saw yourself in this person, and it might have scared you. That is very, if you think about it, that you're probably saying, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So let's start clarifying. I want to clarify the whip, of course, or the birch. Birch card, please. What does the birch card represent for us, besides bad health and the maze? Okay. What is it really? Is it a relationship? Is it a marriage? What is it? Nine of Cups, a wish fulfillment or overindulgent, looking at the past, seeing what it is that you have been sowing and harvesting, and the Six of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. Yep, this was a relationship of great celebrations, fulfilled wish. You believe that the person that you were with, they ticked all your boxes. They were everything. They were a wish fulfillment. But it soon became apparent that it was more like an overindulgence, that you two came together for the reasons of anything but the heart, really. Anything but the heart. And you're looking back at the past of having known this one over here, and also the past of your time spent with this one here, that was never really an equal give and take. You were only harvesting so much, and it felt like you were capped. You were capped off at so much, being able to harvest so much with this person, because that there wasn't enough. Now you realize there wasn't enough heart in the relationship that both of you are feeding off of. There wasn't enough of that to just be, unending and unlimited resources like abundance, prosperity, love, unconditional love, health, and just wealth and career opportunities in business. Maybe you had businesses and they failed, whatever. You just felt capped off, and you're capped off because you're with the wrong person. You're with the right person for the reasons that we spoke of, but ultimately you're with the wrong person. So you could only go so far, and that's why the Seven of Pentacles is not Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate. Okay, there was no equal give and take. Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take, sharing, equal reciprocity. There wasn't. There was a lack of equal give and take, and so that then it only went up one more pentacle basically, and it's Seven of Pentacles now. You're only harvesting 7 out of 10, and so this is also considered dividing up your assets, which would be dividing up your assets through a divorce or some kind of separation with the person that you'd been with for quite some time, that you is no longer, she or he is not the right person. And you have some good news to share about that with somebody. You're excited. You're super excited with this having come to an end. You're super excited about moving forward, and you want to share the good news with, this one right here. And of course you want to share it with truth and honesty, because you may not have been with her or him in the past, but you want to be clear this time absolutely divinely inspired clarity, right? Honesty, integrity, and transparency, because you see this individual as your incredible happiness. Not only do you feel very happy when you think about this person over here that you met, that was reflecting back to you, the true you, the one you didn't recognize, because you were busy thinking you were this person over here. Yes, we can think we're something, but it's not necessarily true, right? I mean, you know that. So the sun is growth and expansion, and it's also enlightenment, and it also is about revealing the darkness. So whenever the light moves in, the darkness is dispelled. It starts to show what it was that's been hiding in the darkness. Right? Right. I like that. Okay, let's talk about the maze. I want to talk about the maze. Let's get this up so I can see the maze. Archangel Michael, can you please clarify the maze for us? Thank you so much. Thanks for that clarity. That was wonderful. The maze, please. Gratitude, that's what it's all about. The maze. Nine of Wands, yeah. Wounded warrior, okay? Knight of Swords, not having the information you needed to make healthy and informed decisions, and a lot of anger and rage, which the Knight of Swords also represents. The Queen of Pentacles, and that's who you were with. You were felt very dissatisfied and disappointed in this relationship. All you wanted to do was be back with your Queen of Wands. Who is this person over here? Yep. So you were feeling like you were battling your way through a maze, that you are always hitting your banging your head up against the wall. In this case, it's not a brick wall, it's a greenery wall in the maze. So you were always coming up against dead ends with this Queen of Pentacles, because she was quite difficult to live with. In the reverse, she's very difficult. This is what she's like in reverse. Temperamental, negligent, mistrustful, excessively afraid of failure, spends too much time on material things, and forgetful. And I would say that she's also greedy, okay? Because you must have had a good income, and all she was really wanting was the money. Because remember, there wasn't a lot of heart in this relationship. In the beginning, it may have seemed like there was a lot of heart in it, but she would have, and maybe you would have had masks on back then, because you didn't recognize yourself as love here when you were with this one. And so you wouldn't have known really what true love looked like, what unconditional true love looks like, and she probably doesn't either. So the two of you are very well matched and quite well yoked together, because you resonated at the same level of energy. That like your belief systems were bang on with each other about the material world and anything else, maybe relationships. That's how you saw a relationship. So you were beat up and battle-torn, battle-worn. A lot of anger and resentment and just frustration, just feeling like you couldn't get past the wall that you were charging towards, trying to break through, and you just end up feeling dissatisfied, unwanted, rejected, and stagnant. Just dissatisfaction and disappointments, right? Apathy. So you kind of sat in apathy for a while. Apathy is kind of like you're not really feeling anything. And so therefore, until you start feeling, you're not really going to do anything. Let's put it that way. Okay, so this is your Queen of Pentacles, or the one that you're with. Okay, so now something happened, right? The bad health, that the whip was cracked. Okay, your butt was cracked. The whip was cracked on your butt because something happened. She did something, or you did something, and it came down on the fact of the matter is, the light was revealing what was really going on in that marriage or that long-term commitment with your person. And you were being enlightened about this. You were able, because you were just in so much pain, so much disappointment and grief over how things were going south when you had such high hopes and expectations for this particular connection, this marriage. Long time you were wanting to go the journey with this one. That's what you felt and hoped for. But it was becoming more and more apparent, unfortunately, that it was not likely going to go the distance, because maybe she was having an affair or two or more, maybe you were, and that's obviously there's a problem in the marriage, in the relationship. You had some choices. You did nothing at all, and that was the apathy part, where you did nothing at all, or you live with it and just put a fake smile on and say everything's fine. You probably had been doing that already for quite some time as well, or you crack the whip and start making things happen, right? Taking charge, making things happen, getting your ducks lined up in a row. Okay, so we know she's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the one you love, truly do love, is the Queen of Wands. And you've come to realize that because you become enlightened by the divine. Okay, bad health. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please. Bad health. Nine of Pentacles. The Star, and the Moon with the Five of Swords. Okay, so bad health, ill health. It made you realize, well, see, this the Star here, first of all, I want to say the Star is number 17 in the major arcana of the deck. The one, number 16, the one right before this one, because everything comes in, what do you call it, one after another. The one before this is the Tower, where things came down and were dissolving. So you have become single. This is a Nine of Pentacles card. Male or female, it doesn't matter. It's prosperity. It's all good things. You're feeling balanced. You're secure. You're free. You're feeling free. Your finances are looking really good. You're stable. Because of the hard work you've done, you have been paying back karma from your previous, interludes with people you've made, with this one or whoever else that you shouldn't have been with because you were married. You feel successful, wealthy, and your status is, I'm single and ready to mingle, right? And the Star is about finding that balance, healing, finding that balance between this water and that water, your emotions and the 3D world, and seeing that there is somebody who's very bright in your sky, has always been your guiding light, and that's the Queen of Wands. And you are ready to, you want to mend the connection, the distance between the two of you. Okay, that's the bad health is that it's led to this dissolving, right? You becoming single, but now you're looking to the heavens. You're no longer going to be hiding your feelings and emotions for this person, which you had been because you were in a commitment. The confusion that you might have caused her, that's all going to end because you're going to be revealing the truth, your emotions to this one. And this Five of Swords was about defeatist mentality, self-sabotaging behavior, winning at all costs. You're now putting that down because you realize you were like this, and that's why you ended up attracting somebody who does this exact thing. Defeatist mentality, winning at all costs, and just negatively self-sabotaging, and sabotaging the relationship, the marriage or long-term connection. You are letting that all down. You are becoming someone you can be trusted. You're becoming someone that can be trusted. You're finding a peaceful resolution because you're letting this go, and you're moving forward towards this one. You will be becoming more compromising and flexible, and you're definitely going to communicate now how you feel and what your intentions are to this one, which you had not been very, very quiet over here. Okay, that's fantastic. I love that for you guys. So that's the explanation for that bunch of cards right there. And you know, you're on a different path, a divinely inspired and guided path now. You know which one you've chosen. You know this one you put your back to. This is the one you put the back to. This is the one you're looking out over the horizon at. You're putting together a plan. You're getting a sense of a direction. So what I really want to know, I pretty much have that sorted out in my mind. I want to know these two here. The house card, please. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please clarify the house card. Please, please, please. Thank you. Seven of Cups. Page of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. Let's see what this one says. You're making decisions, multiple possibilities, opportunities, picking and choosing, unrealistic fantasies, ambitions, longings, repressed desires, imagination, confusion. In reverse, it's reality, clarity, sobriety, poor choices, lack of choice, opportunities or options. Lack of choices, opportunities or options. Okay, this one here, this is about us coming towards somebody with an offer, but it's also an opportunity to increase income, financial proposal, new challenge, someone you can count on, negotiations, goal setting, solid beginnings, and open-mindedness. Yeah, and this one I always see as being, if it's not a divinely inspired type of desire and passion, it's the other kind. It's the obsessive, possessive, shadowy type of passion where you're trying to possess somebody and it's all about sexual pursuits, really. But this would be upright. It's good news. Find a new passion, initiative, potential, enthusiasm, action, excitement, urgency, challenge yourself, growth, talent, get in the game. If it's reverse, it's fall, loss, postponement, that is in employment, business, etc., and false starts. So I'm still not clear, so I'm going to clarify the gift, and if I have to come back, I'm going to clarify the Seven of Cups. Maybe while I'm shuffling for the gift or talking about the gift, it's going to just suddenly pop into my mind, the clarity. Taking a leap of faith, a gamble. Gift. Five of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. With the Four of Swords. Healing. Needing to lay it down. Okay. Five of Cups is about being disappointed, crying over spilt milk, being upset, being desolate, feeling desolate, and regretful and remorseful, just missing somebody because of what they did. From going from having a failed relationship with this one to knowing you don't really have much, you don't feel like you have much potential or opportunities to reconnect with this one over here, because you don't know yet at this point. You don't know. That's the Two of Cups back there. You're so busy looking and lamenting over these ones here, the failed relationships, that you're not seeing that the divine is actually providing you a Two of Cups relationship. It's just not in your sights. It's like you can't see the doors opening because you're still looking at the old door that's closed. Okay? But this is somebody that you feel is a gift to you. And because you've been hanging on tightly to them. You haven't ever been able to let them go. You see that your power is with that one over there, and that you had been mistakenly focusing on what you could get with a relationship like this, which is really about amassing wealth and finances, investments together. With this one, remember, it's not so much about the heart, if there really was much heart in it, and it's about not being able to let go of the past, like what you see that you saw in this one here, that you're very curious about. You want to be able to move towards that one and experience fully realized, not just like only partly, like 1/10 realized, because you're in a marriage or a long term and you couldn't really fully be with this one 100% like you were able to do with this one. So you haven't ever been able to fully realize that. And it has, it's put you in a lot of discouragement, but you are ready to make the effort. You want to feel courageous, so you're standing your ground against anybody else's opinions and attitudes about leaving this to go here. And that could be your community as well, your family and friends and whatnot, not just what she might have to say about it, your Queen of Wands in reverse. But you are making an effort to put this behind you so that you can make the effort to move towards this one. You've been healing, and the healing is that you've been feeling brokenhearted from having to make the choice about that, but also about your thoughts and your memories about how you left this badly. And that is breaking your heart because you're not certain, you don't feel confident that if it's breaking your heart, that her heart is broken, and therefore will she ever have anything more to do with you, kind of thing. And that would break your heart even more, but you also realize your heart's broken because you broke her heart. I hope that makes sense. So you've been having to put yourself down, lay yourself down to actually meditate and pray and heal through quiet times, just letting the world go so that you can just lay down and relax, try and relax. And it's healing. You need to find the courage and the strength then to get up and grab that last sword there so that you can come towards her with truth and honesty and clarity, and with the right kind of passion, desire. Okay, the right kind of passion, desire is about creating life, and I don't mean literally life. I mean life. It can be, but it's not so much about the sex, sexual pursuits. It's about the intimacy. That's the right kind of passion, is intimacy, not sex. Sex is fine too. I'm not saying it's not. But when you're trying to connect with somebody, you need to connect. You need to create a bond of intimacy with them first. And then, you have passionate ideas and pursuits that you have of your own goals, and they may actually include somebody else like her. You might want to do it with her. So that's like having passion and desire to create something together. Okay? But this Seven of Pentacles, if it's that, you were with the house, you were having too many options. There are too many options for you. And so this home security and stability where this, whatever holds you, it holds, whatever holds you holds it. It holds, excuse me, but I'm going to clarify the Seven of Pentacles now, because this is coming towards somebody with an offer, a small gift, and this is coming towards somebody starting a new passionate pursuit, path in life, divinely inspired. But it can also mean that still having trouble with fixing this. Put this here. Reality, clarity, sobriety, opportunities and options, making decisions, multiple possibilities. Like you with the house, I'm trying to fit that in there with the house. Too many opportunities, you know? And this could also mean that you have a child. There's a child in the mix somewhere, and that you're talking about, this would be talking about the passion that you had. That was about pursuing sex, really. Sex and gratification, self-fulfillment, selfishness, that type of. Or, it just came to me, guys. This is what it is. You feel like an option. The person that I'm reading this on. This house, this safety, security, and what holds you, it holds or whatever, it was holding secrets, you know, in the sense that your partner, your person, the Queen of Pentacles, so that's what happened. She had other options. She had other options. She was keeping them in the air, right? Like this, up in the air, the clouds. She was juggling these other options in love or in sexual pursuits. And either she was giving herself to somebody else, or she got pregnant. Because she was very much pursuing this, all right? The wand, which for her would be a man, right? She was pursuing another man. Or two. Yeah, that's what it is, guys. It's finally become clear, is that she took a risk. She took a risk, and she left the security of what this life could offer her. Because, you know, he was in it. You know, the guy the person I am referring to in this reading most often was really, truly in it with the Queen of Pentacles. And it was his home, it was his safety, it was his long term. Yeah, but he realized he had been given a gift. Let's have a look here. Now, it had been shown to him. The secret, right? He had been given the gift of enlightenment and truth. He had been given the gift of truth. Something was revealed, something was given to him, some information, okay, that he was able then to see, or he saw it on his own, but in any case, it was a gift because he seen what a snake she was, being, you know, untrustworthy and, you know, being, betraying him behind his back, that they have a child together, yes, or she's pregnant, or she's with the one she was with before, who she had a child with. I'm not too certain, but that could mean that, right? Well, so anyways, you've been feeling like, whew, disappointed, you know, unexpected misfortune, right? Crying over spilt milk of the failed relationship this was right here. And now, you know, you're having a hard time letting go. In other words, you had been having a hard time letting go, and you had become quite defensive about it, and all the other things that I said as well. That fits. And now you had to heal. You had to heal, and you may be still healing. You're free and single here, but you're still, you know, dealing with it. You're still processing the whole thing of knowing that your wife cheated on you, and maybe not just once, but that things have gone bad. She'd been given herself that as a token, right, to what the wand represents in the not so good type of passion. It's good passion, but not if you're in a relationship and that passion is for somebody else. So, yep, that's what that's all about, guys. Wow. I'll tell you, these Seer Marchetti cards, they do take a little bit to really suss out. But yeah, that's it. I get this. This is the other person, but you're still healing over this one. Person I'm reading for, you're still healing from all of this, processing it. You're still feeling. You're still kind of crying over spilt milk, and you're having a hard time with the Four of Pentacles letting go. And you're defensive. You know, against, she may be coming to you and saying, I'm sorry I did this, it didn't mean anything, but you're holding your ground here, saying, I'm not going to do this with you. Not again, or just because. I'm not going to do this with you. And so you are on your own. You're actually on your own somewheres, in another house, apartment, another location, even in your office. Maybe you got a cot set up at your boss's approval, short term, of course. That's where you're holding out. But this is your future. This is the one, while you are meditating and healing, spending time thinking about how you can let go of your pain and sorrow over this here, so that you can build those bridges back to your Queen of Wands, hoping that she is free and able to do so. Let's see if she is, okay? But you know, you're not ready yet. It's apparent that you are not ready yet. You're still healing. But you have her on your mind. She's your goal. Wow. Message of concern. Okay, so she's going to receive a message that you have lost, that you're lacking whatever it is. You're actually going to communicate with her. Or when you communicate with her, it's not going to be such a happy message in return. That she's put it behind her, put you behind her. Poverty, right? Hierophant. That's maybe, says maybe right there. Hierophant. Well, it looks like she could be in a commitment already. And she might be married. Maybe you know she's married, and maybe you're hoping she'll leave that marriage to be with you, or you're going to find out she's married, and that the concern would be that she can't really have anything to do with you because she's out of pocket, right? Out of pocket meaning she's somewhere else. Poverty. Lacking, but she might also be telling you that her marriage is not that great either. It's not fulfilling her. She's feeling impoverished, being in this. So you might be, if you send a message, you'd be sending her a message telling her that you're impoverished, like you are not, you have now become single and ready to mingle with her only, of course, and that this has all been going on. So this is like a lot of, you're just feeling impoverished in life at the moment because of all that you've lost, that you put so much into something, all your hard work, and it never really ultimately materialized or manifested as great rewards, you know, in all areas of life, including the love department, right? You might be sending that, so that you might be telling her, she's getting a message of concern, a letter from you that you're saying all that, okay? Or she's going to be sending a letter back to you saying, yeah, it's great to hear from you. It really is. It really is great to hear from you, but, you know, I'm married, but at the same time, I have to be honest, it doesn't feel that good. You know, I don't feel fulfilled in it. So it's kind of like she's opening up the door, but closing it three quarters of the way because she's not fully available. Let's see what else. The Hierophant. Let's clarify the Hierophant, please. Clarify the Hierophant for me, please. Archangel Michael. Two of Cups. Three of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. With Death. Okay. Yeah. I think this is like a mutual thing, okay? Because I'm trying to see how, is it you or her? I'm trying to get the sense of, is it you or her delivering this message of concern? And it keeps coming up to me that it's on both sides. It's on both sides. So you're both married or were married. You may still be married and not quite gone through the final phases of the divorce. Because this really doesn't have anything to do with saying you're divorced. You could be divorcing, or maybe you just haven't gotten there yet either. So you might be telling her that you're still married, but you see her as your true love. You see your Queen of Wands as your true love. And that you want to reconnect with her, connect with her and collaborate with her in life and love and marriage and maybe even business, you know, in a business sense, a financial sense. But with all that love, that true love, not just the less than true love and unconditional love. And that she is your gift. You know, you're realizing that the divine is bringing this to him as a gift, which is like the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, the gift is being able to let all of this go, put it all behind you, the past. And if you do, the divine says, that's why their hands coming out of the cloud, the sky, divine says, I will show you the path back to your beloved over here, your Two of Cups, the true love, who is married as well. But slowly, of course, and while you make that path back to her, which is the divinely inspired path, the path that you should have been on a long time ago, but maybe not, because you're realizing you had to go through all that, and just makes sense, right? We say you should have been on that path, but really you are exactly where you need to be in your current mindset, you know, your resonance, your energy. If you were low vibe here, you needed to attract somebody who was lower vibe too, so that she could mirror back to you, or he could mirror back to you what it is that's going on in you, right? But you have to become enlightened and be ready to and be aware of what you're seeing when you look at her in the reflection. And when you do that, you are automatically ascending, upgrading your resonance, like you're becoming higher vibe now, to you where you're listening to your heart, and you can see that your heart's been calling out for this one all along. So now that you're at this higher resonancy, this higher vibe, you are now going to be able to attract somebody who's going to mirror back to you what true love and unconditional love really looks like, which is you, when you're able to see yourself that way, when you're ready for it. And going through all of this, it's actually preparing you. God is preparing you for this. So no, it wasn't a mistake to be with this one. This one was a necessary stepping stone for you to be able to grow, to actually be ready and prepared to see what it was that is inside you that needed to be healed. So you're ready to grow and ascend into a higher frequency so that you could see, really now start seeing what this one really brought to your life and what she really means to you, and what you were seeing in her when you first were with her but didn't quite recognize. I hope that makes sense. But the divine says you do that, will bring all kinds of blessings and prosperity on your path, so that you can be with your true love. Okay, so if that also involves your Queen of Wands, divorcing or separating from the one she's committed to, then that will happen. It'll happen in good time. Just have to have faith, because all of that's going to come to an end with you and her in good time. Perfect timing, actually, right? That's divine timing. And so then your whole lives transform, because the two of you are coming together. You've ended this, she's ended this. Two of you are coming together transformed. That's what death is, death and transformation. And that's always transformation for the good, for the highest good. So this is beautiful, guys. This is truly, truly beautiful. And I'm glad I took even longer to do this reading, because it's looking very positive, but you definitely need to finish and that's very mature of you. do your healing before you contact her, because you don't want to come to her when you're not really ready. Do your healing first. Get yourself upright now with your sword of truth, right? Truth, integrity, and honesty and transparency, so that you can be truly honest with her, because she deserves that after all. And if the shoe were on the other verse, you would deserve it. That's what you'd want. And so contact her, tell her about your concerns, what you've been impoverished about with this relationship, marriage coming to end, and what you dealt with while you're with her. Apologizing that you did what you did back then and all that sort of stuff. She's going to tell you, I'm in a relationship too, but it's not very fulfilling for me. I don't want to be in this relationship. And then, that's all great. It's like a handshake, right? You can do that. Handshake. No. But you know what I mean. So anyways, I won't take any more longer. Please subscribe and like, and I will catch up with you again on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye for now.